After studying this module, you shall be able to know about the terms business and marketing, learn the development or evolution of marketing thought, identify the relation between business and marketing, evaluate the companies in terms of the assumptions they make about their customers and the corresponding marketing strategy being adopted by them, analyze the companies that have adopted the holistic marketing concept. The economic activities, that is, the activities one undertakes to earn a living, can be classified into business, profession, and employment. In case of profession, the person acquires a specific qualification, becomes the member of a professional body, follows the code of conduct of that profession, gives professional advices, and earns a fee for that. A person in employment provides his services to the employer or the employing firm and gets a remuneration in the form of wages or salaries. Business is an economic activity which may involve regular production and exchange of goods and services with the main purpose of earning profits through the satisfaction of human wants. The concepts. If we go by the literal meaning of the term business, it is the state of being busy, covering all kinds of human activity. But for our understanding, the term business is restricted to the economic activities. As discussed in the previous paragraph, business is one of the type of economic activity, the other two being professional and employment. Diagrammatically, the economic activities and business as a part of it is presented in figure 1. Definitions of business. According to B.O. Wheeler, business is an institution organized and operated to provide goods and services to society under the incentive of private gain. Business embraces all activities concerned with the production and distribution of goods and services and hence include industry, trade and commerce. This can be presented diagrammatically in figure 2. According to F. C. Hooper, business means the whole complex field of commerce and industry, the basic industries, processing and manufacturing industries, and the network of ancillary services, distribution, banking, insurance, transport, and so on, which serve and interpenetrate the world of business as a whole. This is a self-explanatory definition which treats business as a wide term. Industry includes different types of industries involved in production of goods. Trade connotes buying and selling of goods, and commerce includes trade and auxiliaries to trade, that is, the services which facilitate buying and selling of goods. Industry, trade and commerce are interrelated and interdependent as one sustains the other. On the basis of the definitions, the following features of business can be derived. Involves manufacture, sale, transfer or exchange, deals in goods and services, regularity in dealings, profit motive, and involves risk or uncertainties. Relationship between business and marketing. A business firm performs many functions in the whole process of acquisition of resources to the transformation of these resources into finished goods to selling these goods to the customers for their consumption. The functions of a business firm are grouped into different departments on the basis of similarity of functions. For example, the firm may have 4 departments on the basis of functions, which is given in figure 3: production, marketing, finance, and personnel or human resource departments. Production department is concerned with the acquisition of raw materials and processing them into finished goods. Marketing department is engaged with marketing research to understand the needs and preferences of the customers and the performance of the products, conceiving the product, pricing it, promoting the product and distributing the same in the market. Finance department is concerned with the acquisition and use of funds of the firm while the personnel department is concerned with the planning, organizing, directing, and controlling the procurement, development, maintenance, and integration of human resources of the concern. Definition of marketing. One of the major functions of business is marketing, which is the only revenue generating function of the concern. According to Philip Kotler, marketing is a societal process by which individuals and groups obtain what they need and want through creating, offering, and freely exchanging products and services of value with others. According to William J. Shanton, marketing is a total system of interacting business activities designed to plan, price, promote, and distribute want satisfying products and services to target the customers to achieve organizational objectives. According to American Marketing Association, marketing is the process of planning and executing the conception, pricing, promotion, and distribution of ideas, goods, and services to create exchanges that satisfy the individual and organizational goals. Core marketing concepts and features. In order to understand marketing, an understanding of the core concepts and features are imperative. Core marketing concepts. The core marketing concepts embedded in the definition of marketing are as follows. Understand the needs, wants, and demands of the target market. The basic need of the people are food, shelter, and clothing, and hence deprivation of any of these needs motivates the person to make an effort to acquire it. Wants are more specific and are directed towards a specific object which may satisfy a basic need. For example, hungry for food can be treated as a need, but if the person desires to eat a chocolate and that too Cadbury's Dairy Milk Silk, then it is his want. But he must have the money required to buy that chocolate and satisfy his need and wants as well as be useful for the marketer. Hence, demands are wants backed by the purchasing power, that is, the ability to buy and also the willingness to buy. Product. It is a set of benefits that is offered to the customer to satisfy a specific need. It is also known as the value proposition and product offering, which may have both tangible and intangible elements. Marketer and prospect. The one who is offering a product and seeking a response is the marketer, and the one to whom the offer is made is the prospect. Marketing can happen when both the parties are there. Market and target market. Though economists describe a market as a collection of buyers and sellers, a market exists even if there is one seller and one buyer. Marketers consider selling as industry and buyers as the market. Since it is difficult to cater to all the buyers in the market is segmented on some basis and the segment most suitable to the marketer and his product is selected, which is considered as the marketer's target market. Exchange. It is the process whereby one obtains something of value from the other by offering something in exchange. Value is the ratio between what the customer gets and what he gives and has an actual as well as a psychological connotation, that is, the cost and benefit can be functional as well as emotional. Satisfaction is a function of the customer's expectation E and actual performance P of the product. If E is greater than P, it will lead to dissatisfaction. If E is equals to P, it will lead to satisfaction. And if E is less than P, the customer will feel delighted. Now, features of marketing. The definitions of marketing reveals the following features. First, focus on customer. All marketing activities are directed at customer satisfaction. For that purpose, the marketer identifies the needs and preferences of the customers and strives to deliver the satisfaction to them. Next, integrated process. Marketing is an integration of many activities like product planning, pricing, promotion, physical distribution, packaging, etc. Next, system approach. A systems approach is required whereby a marketer has to keep in mind the fact that each of the variable or elements of marketing, that is product, price, promotion, physical distribution, is important and all of them are interrelated and interdependent. Next, creative. Marketing creates value and utilities for the product. Time utility is created by preserving the goods. Place utility by transporting it from places where there is a surplus of such goods to places where there are needed most. And possession utility by transferring them from producers to customers. Next is interaction with external environment. The external environment forces comprising of economic, social, legal, political, technological and other forces have an impact on the marketing function of a firm. Hence, a marketer needs to monitor these factors or forces while designing the marketing strategies. Next is multidisciplinary approach. Marketing is multidisciplinary in nature as it is an amalgam of management, economics, psychology, sociology, anthropology, law and statistics. Since it involves planning, organizing, directing and controlling of the marketing of goods and services, marketers need an understanding of management discipline. Economics theory is applied in pricing and in estimating demand and supply of products. Consumer behavior involves study of the psychology of the consumers or the behavior they display in buying and using the products. The discipline like sociology and anthropology helps in profiling the potential customers and understanding their culture. The marketer has to take care of the whole gamut of laws operating in a country and of other countries if they are operating in international markets. A knowledge of statistics come handy while performing marketing research. Next is evolution of marketing concept. The marketing concept evolved through 6 different phases. Many companies are still selecting one of these phases as a guide to their marketing effort. Hence, these 6 stages also act as competing concepts as a guide to marketing decision making. First is the production concept. The production concept was an outcome of the Industrial Revolution in the West and is the oldest concept of business. According to Philip Kotler, the production concept holds that consumers will prefer products that are widely available and inexpensive. Assumption: consumers are interested in product availability and low price. Strategy used by managers: they concentrate on production efficiency, improved technology, low cost, maintaining quality, mass distribution. Suitability: such a concept is suitable when demand for the product exceeds its supply in underdeveloped and developing economies where people crave to obtain the product and not bothered much about the features of the product, when the company enjoys monopoly in the market and when the company wants to expand the market. Limitations: this concept does not take care of the needs of the customers or in adding features to the product. The second is the product concept. According to Kotler, the product concept holds that consumers will favor those products that offer the most quality, performance or innovative features. Assumptions: consumers admire well-made products with many features, can evaluate quality and performance, will be willing to pay more for superior products. Strategy used by managers: they concentrate on making superior products, improving the existing product on regular basis, add features, offer variety. Suitability: such a concept is suitable for high involvement products with considerable financial outlay, for example luxury cars, and for niche market like for designer outfits. Limitations: the marketers fall in love with their products, fail to see beyond them and creates a better mousetrap. Theodore Levitt called it marketing myopia since this approach portrays the short-sightedness of the marketer as he is not looking beyond his product and not understanding the need and preferences of the customers. Many products failed because of the short-sightedness, for example the dishwashers in India. The next approach is the selling concept. The selling concept holds that consumers and businesses will ordinarily not buy enough of the organization's product. The focus is the need of the seller and on creating maximum sales through the use of all possible promotion tools. Assumptions: customers display buying inertia, display resistance, must be coaxed into buying by using selling and promotion tools. Strategy used by managers. They concentrate on various sales techniques to sell what they make rather than what the market wants, sales promotional tools, and locate potential customers and hard sell them on their products' benefits. Suitability. Such a concept is suitable for unsought goods, that is, the goods that buyers normally do not think of buying, for example, encyclopedia, gravestones, etc. For non-profit causes like fundraising or asking for donations, for selling the candidates to the voters by political parties, and when the firm has excess capacity or overcapacity. Limitations. This concept is based on wrong assumption that customers can be coaxed into buying a product even if it does not match with their needs or preferences. The marketer must not forget that by doing so, they can sell the product once, but there is no chance of repeat purchase by the customer. Moreover, a dissatisfied customer may badmouth about the product to 10 more people. Next is the marketing concept. According to Kotler, the marketing concept holds that the key to achieving its organizational goals consists of the company being more effective than competitors in creating, delivering, and communicating superior customer value to its chosen target markets. Hence, here the focus is on customers' need and on building long-term profitable relationship with them. Assumption. Consumers are interested in the product which best satisfy their needs. Strategy used by manager. They concentrate on defining and selecting the target market, customers' need identification and customer orientation. That is, the ultimate goal of the organization is customer satisfaction. Integrated marketing, that is, all the departments of the firm work together to serve the customers in the best possible manner. Marketing research, that is, to understand the needs and preferences of the customers. Profitability by building a long-term relationship with the customer. Suitability. Such a concept is suitable when there is buyer's market, high degree of competition is there in the market with proliferation of similar products offered by the competitors under different brand names. Limitation. This concept is concentrating only on customers' need and satisfaction without considering its impact on the society or the environment. The next is the consumer concept, or we say the customer concept. The customer concept holds that each customer has his or her own set of needs and hence the marketer should concentrate on an individual customer's need. Hence, companies are concentrating on individual marketing whereby they design separate products, offers, services and messages to individual customers. Assumptions. Consumers differ in terms of their needs. Each customer have his or her own set of needs. Strategy used by managers. They concentrate on collecting the information on each customer by conducting marketing research, analyzing their demographic and psychographic profiles, analyzing their past transactions, understanding their media and distribution preferences. Customization, individual marketing, use of email and internet, maintaining database of consumers. Suitability. Such a concept is suitable when the company have access to data on individual customers, carry a lot of products that can be cross-sold, carry products that need periodic replacement or upgrading, sell products of high value. The next one is the societal marketing concept. According to Kotler, the societal marketing concept holds that the organization's task is to determine the needs, wants and interest of the target markets and to deliver the desired satisfaction more effectively and efficiently than competitors in a way that preserves or enhances the consumers and the society's well-being. Assumption. Customers prefer companies that believe in good corporate citizenship that go beyond supplying rational and emotional benefits. Strategy used by managers. They concentrate on building social and ethical considerations into their marketing practices, and balancing the conflicting criteria of company profits, consumer wants satisfaction, and public interest. Suitability. Such a concept is suitable for companies involved in cause related marketing and companies interested in enhancing their corporate reputation, raise brand awareness, increase customer loyalty, build sales, and increase the press coverage. Next is the holistic marketing concept. This is the last concept given by Kotler. The integrating marketing approach should also take care of the trends and forces present in the environment from the beginning of the 21st century. According to Kotler, there are four broad components of holistic marketing. First, internal marketing. This includes the process of hiring, training, and motivating the employees so that they serve the customers in best possible manner. Horizontal alignment between marketing and other departments, vertical alignment between different levels of management, and environment of trust and support all are necessary to best serve the customers. Second is relationship marketing. Building mutually satisfying long-term relationship with customers, distributors, dealers, agencies, and channels are important for retaining the customers and for success of the organization. Third is the performance marketing. The firm is not only required to justify its investments in terms of profitability, but also in terms of dealing well with the legal, social, ethical, and environmental challenges. And the last one, the fourth one, is the integrated marketing. All the departments of the firm work together to serve the customers in the best possible manner. Also, a balance should be there between the different elements of marketing, or the 4 P's of marketing, that is product, price, promotion, and place or physical distribution, to suit the target market. Holistic marketing will also ensure that the concept of societal marketing is practiced by the marketers while marketing their goods and services. Summary. Let us now learn what we have done in this module. Business is one of the economic activities which involves regular production and exchange of goods and services with the main purpose of earning profits through the satisfaction of human wants. Most of the business firms have 4 departments on the basis of functions: production, marketing, finance, and personal or human resource departments. Marketing is the revenue generating function of the firm, which involves identification of the needs of the customers and performing all tasks and activities to deliver the satisfaction to them. The marketing concept evolved through a 6 different phases, beginning with the production concept and at last the societal marketing concept. The holistic marketing concept holds that an integrated marketing approach should be applied, keeping in mind the trends and forces present in the present environment.